Hello, Central Primary. You know, it's been Career Week all week, and I hope you've had a lot of fun with it. Today, I thought I'd drop in on CNN and find out a little bit about what our second graders want to do when they grow up. I'm going to start with Jeremy. So, hey, Jeremy, how you doing?
Good.
Have you ever given much thought about what you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah, I have.
What do you think you want to be?
I want to be an astronaut.
Wow, can you tell me why it is about, what it is about an astronaut that makes you want to do that when you grow up?
Oh, I want to be an astronaut because it's very cool. I really want to see the planets in real life. I want to see how realistic they look like.
Oh, I would love to go see that too. I think that would be really cool. I hope one day I see you on the real news going up in one of those rocket ships. What do you think you have to be good at to be an astronaut?
Math, science.
You're so right. Those are the two strongest fields you have to be in. What do you think about school? How much school do you think you have to do to be an astronaut?
A lot.
A lot. When you go to high school, you probably go to college, and then you're going to find out about a place called NASA. Have you ever heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about NASA.
In Cleveland actually is one of the biggest NASA bases. Even though we don't have a lot of spaceships that go off here, we actually are the people who build them. There's a lot of engineers. And boys and girls, you might not know this. Maybe you might want to be an astronaut, but there's only a few people who actually are the ones who go up on a spaceship. But there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who work for NASA. So you could be the engineer who designs the spaceship. Maybe you're the person who starts all the propellers and turns it on and watches it go off. There are a lot of jobs for being an astronaut that you don't even realize. There's so many behind the scenes jobs. Somebody has to design the outfit they wear, right? To make sure they don't blow up when they go up in the air, right?
Yeah.
That keeps them protected.
Mm-hmm.
Dream going, Jeremy. I can't wait. I think you really will be an astronaut, but study hard and pay attention to math and sciences.
I will.
So, Nevaeh, welcome to Career Corner is what I'm going to call it. What do you think you would like to be when you grow up?
Maybe a dentist?
You know what I liked about your answer, though, is the maybe. You don't have to know now, okay? So I just want all of you guys to know, sometimes we don't know yet when we're in primary school, and that's okay. Or maybe you want to be 5 different things. That's okay, too. But sometimes we have some guesses about what we're good at, and I'm going to tell you at this age, you usually know that you're really good at something, and it's really true for the rest of your life. So why do you say dentist? What about that sounds good to you for your when you grow up?
Well, dentists are really good people and they help with cavities.
They do. Some people don't like going to the dentist, and that's too bad because our teeth last for the rest of our lives. It's how we eat food. And if we don't take care of our teeth, we're going to be 80 and we're going to have just gums. And that would be very sad because then we don't eat real meat. We'll have to eat baby food. Nobody wants that, right? You do have to take care of those teeth. And really, dentists do great things for us. So I love that you like that idea about being a dentist. One thing I want you guys to know is that the more school you guys go to, the more money you make. Isn't that funny? But that is the truth. So how much school do you think you have to go to be a dentist?
6 months.
Oh, it's a lot of school. Out of all the jobs we've talked about today, I think it's the most school of all. So you finish high school, then you go to college, 4 years. Then you go to dental school for another 4 years. So maybe it's an additional 8 years after high school. But you know what? It's worth it because you'll have a nice car and a really great house, and you're going to make people feel great about their teeth. So I hope that you become a dentist. Thank you so much for sharing today. So Skylar, welcome. Listen, I'm dying to know what you want to be when you grow up.
I want to be a dancer.
That is a fantastic answer. There's so many different areas. There's social, there's artistic, and that's artistic and it's physical. What are you doing right now to get ready to be a dancer when you grow up?
I practice at home and I'm a dancer. I danced on stage before.
You have? Where did you dance on stage?
The V Studio.
That is incredible. Listen, boys and girls, you could be a singer, a dancer, a musician, but school still matters. Believe it or not, you still have to do well in math and reading. And you might ask why. But the thing is, one day she's going to get a job and they're going to say, oh, okay, we'll pay you a penny. Do you think that's good money, Skylar?
No.
No, you want more money than that. But if you don't understand numbers, you're going to have a real problem. So that's why math is important. And they're going to give her a contract to sign. And it's going to say, oh, you should work 5 days a week or 10 days a week. And if they say, we want you to work every day and never have a day off, would you like that? No, you deserve a day off, but you have to read. So make sure you keep reading and learning how to read and math. And you know what, Skylar? I can't wait to see you on stage one day. I bet you're going to be a beautiful, beautiful dancer. Thank you for the interview today. Well, I'm really happy to have another CNN member tell me a little bit about their future. So what are you thinking? Do you give some thought into what you want to be when you're growing up?
I want to be a leader.
Wow, I love that answer. He wants to be a leader, and that could be so many different things. Do you think business leader? Are you thinking like a leader in sports? What kind of leader do you want to be?
A history leader.
You want to change this world. Is that what you're telling me? What kind of change do you want to make?
I want to make more books and more people go to school.
I love that. So you know what I love about your idea about your future is it's got a really broad way to go. So you could be a leader in so many ways. I'm hearing principal. I'm hearing maybe a professor at college. What do you think about those kind of ideas?
They will make.
Could they make the kind of difference you're talking about? What about a president of the United States?
Well, the president of the United States would do a lot of work, and I could be someone who lives in the White House, somebody who is a president, the president of history.
Yeah, that's somebody who changes history, right? A president. So you don't start as the president, just so you know, boys and girls. We have to start smaller. So maybe you start and you become a business leader, or you become a lawyer, and then you change some laws, kind of small, and then you become maybe a senator, okay? Or maybe something even smaller, like something like a city leader, maybe on the board of a city, okay? And then you kind of go bigger. Then you maybe are going to get higher and you keep building up until you take over the whole country. So it's a process. Is it a process that sounds exciting to you? Boys and girls, we could be anything we want to be. And you know what? I think you'd make an amazing leader. I think that starting here on CNN is the beginning of leadership and showing people that you want to make a difference, and you're telling people how you're setting an example of being a model and a role model, and that's the best leader you can be. So good luck in your path. Keep being in charge of things. Keep joining clubs and being the leader of clubs. That's the first start. And then getting really good grades and keeping that brain open, okay, and coming up with great ideas. Good luck in your future.
Thanks.
Thanks. I can't wait to see the leader you become. Now I am lucky to have Zoe being interviewed about her career. And you know, she's been listening to me talk about this a lot with her mom, and I am so grateful to Miss Poindexter. She's been a real help this week about giving you guys great books to read about your careers. But you know, I don't know, Zoe. I don't know what you want to be when you grow up.
Well, I want to be a veterinarian.
Oh, you know what? I think I did know that now that you say it. Tell me something. I think that's great. Why do you think that's calling to you? What about being a veterinarian is like exciting?
Well, I have two reasons. They need help.
They do. I love that. What do you think are some areas of school that you should focus on if you want to be a veterinarian?
Like doing your work and like stuff like that.
Yeah, but you also might need to be kind of like a veterinarian's a type of doctor, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have to pay attention to like some sciences, right? Because doctors have to understand science, right?
Yes.
You also want to be really good with people because dogs have owners and cats have owners and they come to you, right? And if your dog or cat is sick, you have to be able to talk to them, right, Zoe?
Yes.
And I think you're pretty good with people. What do you think?
I think I am too.
Yeah. So keep working on those people skills because that's going to help you when you have a job. But if you are an owner, do you want to be the owner of your own place or do you want to work for somebody?
Well, I always wanted to be the owner, but I also want to actually help them.
Oh, well, I mean, you can go either way. Boys and girls, if you want to own your own business, you have to pay attention to math, because that has to have books, you have to pay people, you have to make sure that you can pay your rent. So if you work for somebody else, they pay you, it's a little less to worry about. These are some things that you want to think about your career. Think about it this week. And Zoe, thanks for the great information today. I hope that I visit you with my dog one day.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Well, I am happy to have Ava here. I want to know what she wants to be when she grows up. Ava, I've asked a few kids, have you given it some thought about what you want to be when you grow up? Can you share with us?
I would like to be a nurse when I grow up.
What an important job. What made you think that nursing is your calling?
To interact with people and to help them.
That is so great. Do you know any nurses?
Not really.
Okay, well, listen this week, because we do have a nurse interview coming. So I hope that you'll listen to that, because she was really interesting. What do you think you should study at school to be a good nurse when you grow up?
I don't know.
Oh, well, let me help you. So it's a lot like being a doctor, how I talked to Zoe about that maybe she should kind of focus in on some sciences. Okay, so nurses have to do that too. They have to know a little bit about science, because you have to know about health and your body. So you want to pay attention in your health classes too. But just like I said, people skills are really important. So try to join different clubs like student council when you go to Columbus next year, and just being a good leader in your class, because that's going to make a really big difference for you. Also, maybe start practicing in your own house. If somebody's sick, you can go and say, how can I help you? Or can I get you? What would you do if I was sick? How would you try to help me? Do you know? What would you do? What if I had said, oh, my throat hurts, I have a fever? How would you try to help me?
Give them medicine.
Okay, or you're pretty young to give medicine, but you could always get me a glass of water, right? You could bring me a blanket. You could always help a grown-up, if you want to be a nurse one day, by bringing them a cold washcloth for their head. That usually helps a fever. Those are some things you can do as a kid if you're interested. Let's just start practicing to be a nurse, and pay attention next time you go to the doctor and watch what the nurses do. It's a very different job than the doctor. Okay. All right, thank you so much, Ava. Good luck, and maybe one day I'll be going to the doctor and you'll be my nurse. Well, Carter, I'm excited to have you. Can you tell me, do you have any idea what you want to be when you grow up?
A police officer.
What an amazing choice. Can you tell me why you chose that?
'Cause I like to help people.
That is exactly right. You have to help people. You have to be really good with people if you're going to be a police officer. I hope you listen to this week. There's an interview with a police officer and also a military police officer who is a parent, and he was really interesting. So I hope you enjoyed that. But tell me, what do you think you have to be good at, and what should you learn at school that's going to make you a better police officer? Do you think following rules are important? Being respectful is important. All of those things really matter as a police officer, right? You want people to respect you. You want them to follow rules in the world, right? So we should be the way we want other people to be in our job. Isn't that true? Yeah. And what? Police officers really put their lives on the line for us all the time, and I think sometimes we don't give them the credit they deserve. It's a really hard job that every day they think of us first. So you know what? Thank you for wanting to be in a job that you think of the community before yourself. I really am glad that people like you want to be police officers in their future. Thanks, Carter, for your time today.
Okay.
Thanks, Central.